This is a perfect example of the kind of question that you cannot get wrong under any circumstances. Nobody, no matter how bad you are at math, you have to be able to get this right because you have to be clever enough to get through it with a strategy if you can't do it with algebra. So the algebra is really simple, but if you don't remember how to deal with fractions within fractions, we have a strategy that can help us. We can arithmetize. Right? So what does arithmetize mean? When we have a variable that doesn't actually matter for the question, we can usually replace it with a number. So does A matter here? No, we're never asked to solve for it. It's in the question, it's in the choices, it just carries through. So what we can do is replace it with something that's easier to work with so that we don't have to think about it as a variable. And so what I like to pick is something simple, like in this case, A is going to be equal to 1. Why is that good for me here? In particular, it's going to turn the 4 over A into a 4 over 1, which is just 4, right? So this whole fraction just becomes a normal fraction that equals 1/2, 4 over 8. And now what I'd be looking for is, do I have an answer choice that also gives me 1/2 when I take A equals 1 and plug it in for A? So choice A would be 2 over 1, that's just 2, so that doesn't work. Choice B, though, would be 1 over 2 times 1, so that's 1/2, that looks good, but we do need to check every answer choice just in case we get unlucky and picked a weird number. So we can continue, though, really quickly. 32 over 1 is just 32, that's no good, and 1 over 32 is way too small, so there you go. B is the answer. This cannot be something that you skip or get wrong. You have to get this right because the strategy is so powerful here. It would also be in your interest to memorize how to deal with fractions within a fraction. If we have 4 over A over 8, we would do keep, change, flip, which means we take the top fraction, leave it as is, we change division to multiplication, and then flip the bottom fraction, which is really 8 over 1, and when we flip it upside down, now we're doing multiplication, and we can reduce, and now we see 1 over 2A, which is what we got. That's definitely faster, but no excuse. If you don't know how to do that, you've got to be able to push through that confusion and try some things to get it right anyway. This is a must-get question for everybody.